What is going on, guys? This is Project Zomboid, and today we are following the story of Mark Breakwater, a paramedic who woke up and found that everyone around him had turned into flesh-eating zombies. Let's see how well he can do. As Mark starts to come to and realise the situation he is in, he can't help but feel a sense of dread. He hopes that the family and friends he once cared for are all okay. He can't be certain, he doesn't know where they've gone off to. All he can do at this point in time is find enough food and shelter to keep him alive until he can find an answer. He wonders while he's searching through all his belongings, is the military still around? Are the police doing anything? Surely the government must be trying to solve this issue. As Mark rummages through the bathroom cabinets, he finds some basic first aid supplies. It's not quite the same stuff he's used to when he was working back in the hospital, but he'll have to make do with what he can find at this point. Mark arms himself with the few tools he can find in his house. He's ready to go take on the world. He's not quite sure where he plans to go to. He knows of a couple of stations nearby that might be safe shelter for him. He hopes that there are going to be some people left alive, people that will be able to help him in his journey to survival. As Mark walks down the once busy street that he used to call home, he encounters his first infected. He's not quite sure how to deal with the situation, so he just resorts to basic instinct. Bust its head open on the concrete. It seems to work in all of the movies, so why not now? Just then he saw it, as he climbed the fence into the yard, the fire station. A glimmer of hope sparked in his brain. This was the beacon of the community before the outbreak hit. The fire station has many people working in there. Surely at this point, these people would be equipped to have survived. He heads on in, making his way around the side, trying to avoid any unwanted attention. He hopes that he can find a couple of survivors inside. As he was walking through the halls and trying to find all the storage rooms, trying to gear himself up, he couldn't see any signs of life. All he could see were the dead wandering the halls. Zombies in fire suits, zombies in outfits and uniforms. Were these the people that he used to know back when he was a paramedic? Have all his friends suffered the fate that he is more than likely going to suffer himself? Mark carefully makes his way upstairs. If he's going to call this fire station home for any length of time, he needs to evict the previous occupants. It's an emotional process because half the people in this fire station he knew, but he knows that for his safety and for any opportunity to see his family again, he needs to make sure that he has a safe place to sleep. As Mark finally clears out the last of the previous occupants, he knows that now he has a safe place to sleep. It's not the same as when he was back home, but he'll have to make do. He's sure he can find a bed with a door to hide himself behind and get some rest. That's if he can sleep with everything he's done today. It's at this point in the story Mark decides to make his first big risk. He knows that if he's going to stand any chance of survival, axes and crowbars really aren't going to cut it. He needs serious firepower. He knows that across the street he can find the old police station. He spent many a days down there as a paramedic helping out with the criminals and the convicts that have been hurt. He decides to make his way across, see if he can get through without being seen. He hopes he can make his way into the armory and they've still got some weapons or ammunition left inside. Something to give him the edge against these roaming hordes. As Mark enters the dimly lit reception, he can't believe his eyes. There's not a soul in sight. Where have they all gone? Surely the police couldn't have been overrun. This was one of the biggest police stations in the county, with many, many officers working for them. If the police station's been overrun, what opportunity does he have at survival? He's not a soldier, he's not a police officer, he's a paramedic. His job was to preserve life, not take it. Once Mark had taken all the guns and ammo he could find in the storage of the police station, he realised it was getting late and it was time to head back. He really didn't want to be caught out in the streets at night with these things roaming around. He was happy with the amount of ammo and guns he had found. This was surely going to be a good start, but he's going to need a lot more where that came from. Once back in the safety of his fire station, Mark unloads all the gear he retrieved. Now he is safe, he decides it is time to get some rest. As he drifts off to sleep, he can't help but feel the feelings of where is his family, what has happened to his wife and children. He just hopes that they're safe somewhere, resting in their own beds. As Mark enters the house, he knows that he needs to start looking for food. The guns and ammo he got from the police station the previous day, they were very beneficial, but without the food, his chances of survival don't get much better. As Mark makes his way back upstairs, he realises it's getting late and his body is getting tired. He can't keep this up all day. He decides to close the curtains and see if he can try and get some rest. This house is safe for now, so he should be able to sleep tonight without being detected. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like below, and if you've enjoyed watching Mark's story, please leave a comment. Let me know, what have you liked about it so far, and would you like to see more? Until next time.